Hey there guys, welcome to Arsenal Fan TV. This is the review of Arsenal versus Sunderland in the FA Cup, the final score being Arsenal 3, Sunderland 1, and the perfect way to kickstart our defence of the FA Cup once again. I'm really looking forward to seeing how far we go in the Cup this season, and there's nothing I want more than for Arsenal to do the League and Cup double and get that hat-trick of FA Cups under our belt. That would be a fantastic achievement for us and really would put our name back on the map and secure our status as one of the best clubs currently in Premier League football. So I'm looking forward to seeing how far we can go, and like I say, this was the perfect result to kickstart the campaign this afternoon. Sunderland really took the game to us though, in my opinion. They made 8 changes going into the game, and Allardyce does have somewhat of a reputation for not taking the Cup too seriously with clubs that he's previously managed. Got some very exciting players in Lens and Watmore. Those were the two that really stood out to me, but it was always going to be difficult for us considering how many changes we made ourselves. That midfield we had was very, very experimental. Callum Chambers, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain forming somewhat of a midfield pivot, and then in front of them, Alex Iwobi taking Mesut Ozil's favoured number 10 role. I thought he had a really decent game tonight, and there are a lot of positives we can take from individuals. Chamberlain looked a lot more better in his favoured central midfield role. Made some great driving runs going forward. His final ball was a little bit off, and he does tend to run into trouble at times. But he had some fantastic efforts on goal, hit the post, and his good dancing runs. I really think he worked to his strengths in this game. So good performance from Chamberlain. All round a very good team performance. I don't think there's one player that particularly had a bad game. Giroud was a little bit off the boil, but still got himself on the score sheet. A lot of positives I can take. Both wingers, Campbell and Walcott, I thought fantastic. Joel Campbell, absolutely exquisite throughout this game. He's got to be starting at Anfield, in my opinion, if he's going to be consistently working that hard and playing that well for the team. He looks class whenever he's on the ball, but like I say, that went for almost everyone who was wearing an Arsenal shirt this afternoon. The game didn't really get off in the way that we would have hoped when Sunderland took the lead through Lens, and it was a poor mistake from Laurent Koscielny, the captain on the day. Not something you would expect from a player of his calibre, of his experience, to do something so arrogant as what he did. And it is pure arrogance. It's not a simple mistake. He literally ran into trouble by trying to do something which was too swish, too clever, and literally gave the ball to Lens, and it was a tidy finish past Petr Cech. He did seem to snatch it, but Cech wasn't going to get to that, and it was 1-0 to Sunderland. But not too long after that, we did get ourselves back into the game through Joel Campbell. Fantastic work by Theo Walcott down that left-hand side, and Walcott has done a fantastic job in the absence of Alexis Sanchez playing down that left-hand side, cutting in. And I love the fact now we're playing with Joel Campbell on the right, Theo Walcott on the left. These two players cutting in, working to their strengths on their favoured foot. Really does seem to be working wonders for us, and it did prove to in this instance with Walcott playing it into Joel Campbell coming in from the opposing wing, with a very, very calm finish into the net past the Sunderland keeper. I think it was Pickford they had in goal, not a goalkeeper that I'm too familiar with, but he looked rather shaky throughout the course of the game. But at a young age, I'm sure there's many successful years for him to relish in the coming years. But nonetheless, 1-1, and it was at that point that we really did start to seize the game that little bit more. Had a few more chances, but the first half petered out a little bit more. We had our best spell towards the 40 to 45 minute mark, but unfortunately we couldn't break through the Sunderland back line. And going into that second half, it was a very open game. I thought we did have some very good chances. Like I say, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain hit the post, but as did Stephen Fletcher for Sunderland. Both sides having very good chances in on goal, but it was really the addition of Aaron Ramsey coming into the team that did work wonders for us, as did Mikel Arteta, I guess you could say. He did a decent job when he came into the field of play. Ramsey proving why he is so valuable to this Arsenal team in the space of merely 5 minutes. His engine is absolutely uncomparable to anyone else's in the Premier League. He worked so hard in this game just for the 20 minutes that he was on the pitch, but got himself on the score sheet. Wonderful work by Hector Bellerin down the right-hand side, playing it into Aaron Ramsey with a tidy finish past the goalkeeper. And then not too long after that, Olivier Giroud got himself on the score sheet with a rather similar goal, but a pass from Bellerin in this instance was absolutely magnificent, taking out about 4 or 5 Sunderland defenders for Giroud on a plate for him into the back of net. 3-1. Could have been a few more, but I will take 3-1 any day of the week. I'm really happy with how the team performed. Really happy to see Jeffrey Adelaide get a couple of minutes under his belt. He really looks like a prospect, but even more so happy to see Iwobi get a full game pretty much, because he was fantastic for the time he was on the pitch. Really does look like a talent. If he can get some more time, then he can develop into a world-class player for Arsenal potentially. But let's not speak too soon. Let's not put too much pressure on these players, because they should take it in their stride game by game, and let's just see how they do. But they do really look like players that could develop into potentially world-class talents if they keep their head down, keep working hard. But again, we saw the Laurent Koscielny and Gabriel partnership executed, which I thought worked really well. Out of the two, I'd actually say Gabriel played the better than Laurent Koscielny did in this game, and I do want to see Gabriel get more minutes. I do consistently say it, but you can tell at times we do miss somewhat of a leader in Per Mertesacker, so you can kind of understand why Mertesacker is getting a guaranteed spot in that back line. But I still like the idea of having Koscielny and Gabriel consistently starting games for us. But it remains to be seen what team will be fielded at Liverpool. But we've got great options within the side now. All these players that can play in opposing positions. I mean, we've got Chamberlain emerging as a potential midfield man, and all these players that are so versatile, they can play practically anywhere across the pitch. But lots of positives to take. Gibbs as well was class tonight. Let's not Let's not put his performance under the radar because he played really well, as did Petr Cech in goal, filling in for the boots of David Ospina, who was rumoured to set to start this game, but I'm sure we'll see more of Ospina in the later stage of the Cup. But I'm looking forward to seeing who we get in the draw. Really pleased with this win tonight, and now we go on to Anfield in a few days' time. But get your thoughts on the game in the comments box below. Please do like this video if you have enjoyed it. Subscribe to Arsenal Fan TV if you're new to the channel, and as always, I'll be speaking to you very, very soon.